Hey everybody, come on in. This is a Daily Bern. I'm having a little bit of trouble this morning starting up. That's why we're a few minutes late. But come on in. We'll get started in just a second. I'm just making sure that we're up in all three sites. So this will give you a little bit of time to share and to invite some friends and get them in here to watch the burn. So we'll start in just a few seconds. All right, hey everybody. This is the Daily Bern. This is the war room of the political revolution. So come on in. Please like and share. Get this out as far as you can to as many people as you can. This is a place where we gather every day, all of us that are fighting in this political revolution, to motivate and inspire each other moving forward in this fight. Because we are going to win this fight. This is our fight. Those are the two things that we need to remember, that we are going to win and that this is on us. 100%. Nobody is going to do this for us. Nobody can do this for us, not even Bernie. And what'd you think of the little logo out front at the beginning of this show of Bernie? I thought that was cool. Someone made a meme where Bernie was the flame from the Avengers, and I thought that was neat. So I used that as today's bumper for the show. But sorry we were late. We were a little bit late today. I'm having a lot of technical problems. Some of it has to do with streaming in three sites. Hello, everybody on Periscope and YouTube. This is new to you guys. You know, YouTube used to get the Daily Burn, but it was later on. They never got the live version. So we're live in all three sites, and we're struggling a little bit with it because of computer problems. We're getting a new computer though, and we're going to have that all figured out here pretty soon. But like I said, this is the Daily Burn, and what this show is we talk about our fight. We talk about what we're doing out here in this political revolution, and it is a revolution, and this is a fight. It's just not a fight that we've ever been trained for or taught about, which is sad because we're supposed to be living in the country that is the example for democracy for the rest of the world. Yet we don't even really have it. We have a corporate controlled oligarchy, a republic. We don't have a true democracy. Hey Jennifer, hey Dion, good to see you guys. Thank you for sharing. I haven't shared. They put me in Facebook stupid sharing jail again yesterday. I don't know what they call it, but whatever they call it, the minute I tried to share, they completely shut down my Facebook. They make me do a new password. They make me verify all my posts, and then they community strike everything I have from the day. I'm still able to Facebook, so I'm not in jail. I don't know what it is. Then they keep asking me to pay $10 to boost my posts. It's like you can't share this post. Don't share it. But if you boost it for $10, we'll get it out to 1,200 more people. Well, I'm not going to play their little game. I don't know what they're doing. They're throttling me. They're holding back my content. It looks like because they want money. I don't know. They're a private company, and we've allowed censorship to become corporatized. So that's a lot of the downfall in that setup. That's why we need to not do that. And that's one of the things we're looking to do is make changes. We are looking to make a lot of changes. We are coming to make massive change in this country. And I'm saying we because it's us. Our candidate is Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is a fantastic candidate. I'm a big fan. I like Bernie. I could listen to Bernie talk all day long. Bernie has a lot of great ideas. Pretty happy with my candidate, but he's just my candidate. And that's the most important thing that we need to remember. And I got a lot of most important things, don't I? These are very important, but it's very important for us to remember that Bernie Sanders is just a man. He's just a man. He's doing a great job. He's put together a great campaign. I'm not taking anything away from the man. What I'm saying is he's only one person. And no one person can stop this or fix this. If you need any example of that, Just look no further than John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy tried to take it on from the top down. You can't do it. It can't be done. They have such a hold over our country that you can't do it. You can't get it done from the top down. It has to happen from the bottom up. It has to happen from the people. No president, no senator, no congressman, nobody can save us. No one person can save us. So that's what Bernie's doing. Bernie has organized a movement. That's the big difference in Bernie Sanders. The book and doing what's always been done. She's doing a little bit of grassroots fundraising, which she stole from Bernie Sanders, as well as all of her policies that we would be in favor of if we believed she had any backbone or spine or any real desire to fight for those policies at all. We would probably support her. But we've been proven time and time again that she doesn't. But she's running a campaign. Bernie is running a movement. Bernie is running a revolution. Bernie is empowering the people, telling the people what we have to do to take this back, to make these changes. And historically, he is telling you the truth. This is what has always happened throughout history and time. The people have always had to rise up and make the changes in their society. They have always had to rise up and stand united against power. And it's just the way of it. It's the way it is. It's the way it's always been. When we stand up united by the millions, we win. And that's what we're doing. And that's what I believe in. That's what I put all my support behind, is us, the people. I believe in Bernie. I like Bernie, but I also don't attribute hero quality to the man. I don't think he's a superhero. I don't have any delusions that Bernie Sanders can save me on his own. And I don't even agree with Bernie Sanders all of the time. Probably 85 to 90%. Pretty good ratio, but not all of the time. And it's not realistic to expect to agree with anyone, anybody. I don't agree with myself all of the time. I have internal conflicts just like anybody else. We're just being given a fantastic opportunity here. You may not agree with it 100%. You may not agree with everything we're doing. There may be policies, like I have friends that are Trump supporters. Good people. Not all Trump supporters are bad people, by the way. Don't be so misled by the media that you think that everybody who supports Trump's a bad person. They're not. That's TDS. That's Trump derangement syndrome. That's what the media wants you to believe. A lot of these people are like you. They have a lot more in common with us than you would think. They're against the powers that be. They're against the establishment. They're against this corporate greed. They're against all the same things. But they're hung up on some of Bernie's left-leaning stuff, like gun control. That's a big one. And taxes. They're afraid of taxes. So a lot of it's going to be informing and just helping them realize. Because, for example, this one particular friend that I'm thinking of right now thinks that under Medicare for All, we would pay 40% in taxes. That's not true. That's the media scaring you with fear and propaganda. It's a 4% bump in taxes for the average person, a 4% bump. But you got to remember, your insurance premium and all of your medical costs go away. So it is a net gain. It is a net gain. I'm not good at math, but I'll briefly try to explain it. Say you pay $100 from your paycheck, excuse me, to health insurance, and then you pay $100 in taxes. Let's say your taxes go up to $120, but that $100 health insurance premium goes away. That's gone. So even being terrible at math, I just showed you that you get $80. You don't lose $80, you gain $80. But then, aside from financial, you gain peace of mind. You gain the ability to know that you can live your life without fear that something's going to happen or that you might, God forbid, get sick, and that your family's life will be ruined very quickly. Most Americans are 2 paychecks away from being homeless. Isn't that what they say? 2 paychecks away from being homeless. Even if you're in a good situation right now, it can quickly turn around. And one of the quickest ways for that to happen is a medical emergency or a medical crisis to happen. That is one of the quickest ways for your life to take a complete 180. And under Medicare for All, people don't have to be afraid. They don't have to live in fear. In other countries, they don't open their wallet when they go to the doctor. We shouldn't either. We shouldn't either. Healthcare is a human right. And a lot of this stuff where people are being charged 10 up to 16 times more for medication in this country, that is because of our greed-based and greed-driven system. We have allowed greed to run rampant in this country. We have allowed corporations to buy off our politicians and to buy off our government and to buy control. We've allowed things to get really bad. Steve says you can leave your job and still have medical coverage. Absolutely right. Your health care is not tied to your employer. Do you know how many times I hear from people that they hate their job, but they can't quit or can't do what they want to do because they need their benefits? You get trapped. It's modern day slavery. They confine you. And then think about this. They talk about it's bad for the economy. I've seen the propaganda, these videos that they put out from against Medicare for All. They're putting big money against us to try and fight Medicare for All because they're terrified of it. Because their greed-driven system will die. It will. The insurance companies and all these people that are leeching off of people, leeching off of people's health, holding them ransom for money for drugs that they can't afford because they priced them out of their reach. They don't care. And these parasites need to die off. They need to be killed off. This greed is disgusting and it is ruining society. It's not morally right even. So, but Medicare for All, on the other hand, is morally right, guarantees health care to everybody. And then all this fear propaganda about, oh, you won't be able to pick your doctor. That's a lie. If you're a doctor in America under Medicare for All and you don't accept Medicare for All, you are an out of business doctor. Every doctor will have to accept it because everyone will be on the exact same insurance. And it's not the government controlling your insurance. People are like, I don't want the government having control over my insurance. Well, for one, right now your employer has control over your insurance. And how's that working out? For two, the government is going to negotiate and pick the best prices and best plans, and they'll be able to negotiate drug prices and all of this stuff. Everyone is on the same coverage. Everyone. It's not like, okay, you get better coverage than your neighbor, or your neighbor might get better coverage than you. Everyone will be on the same. Everyone is covered. When you go to the hospital, you don't take out your wallet. Jennifer says we are living in the end of the world. She's not wrong. What is every scientist? Let's look at this just from a scientific viewpoint. We won't go into other viewpoints right now, but there are other ways that we're in big trouble in reality. But just from a scientific viewpoint, they say that we're 10 years out from climate crisis, from climate catastrophe. We're 10 years out. That's not that long. No matter how you feel about Greta Thunberg, she's not wrong when she's getting all upset and emotional to these world leaders. The house is on fire. We have to do something. And then let's look at it from an economic standpoint, if you don't want to talk about it from any other standpoint. The economic rug is soon to be pulled out from under Americans. It's being hidden from us how soon things are going to get really bad. They tease with it and they talk about it in the media that we're heading towards a massive recession and possibly a depression. But the dollar is built to collapse. It is literally built to collapse. That is a fact. The dollar is built on debt. Our money is not backed by gold or silver or anything like that. It's backed by debt. And it's built to collapse. Every dollar that leaves the Federal Reserve leaves with interest attached to it. So there's no possible way to pay back the money. From the very inception, it's been built to implode. So things could get really bad really fast, and it wouldn't take very long. And we are at the end. And I think we're at the end of an empire if we don't do something to correct course. We may see the end of America as we know it. I used to watch this dystopian show, and you might want to say, well, it's fiction, but is it anymore? So much fiction has become reality. But I used to watch this dystopian show. It was by James Cameron. I don't know the name of it. Someone might be able to help me. But it was about America after the downfall of America. And it's a cryptic show. And these things, I don't think they're impossible. It may seem impossible, but you got to remember you're getting a very discolored and manipulated view of the world from that flickering box that sits in your living room. You're not really being exposed to reality, and Americans are protected from most of reality. Life is a lot different around the world than it is in America, and a lot of that's hidden from us. You know, sometimes you see it on commercials, or you'll see starving children in other countries, and you'll see this and that, or you'll see the bombing that we're doing all over the world. We're currently in what, 8 unsanctioned wars, 7 or 8? It's hard to keep track because there's probably more than that going on. And all of this is going on in our name. This war all around the world, us policing the world, Team America World Police. They want to tell you that we don't have money to guarantee health care to our people. But we've got money for endless war. Who's in support of that? Who's in support of endless war? You know, they tell you to support your troops. Well, I do support my troops. I support my troops by wanting them to be used for what they're supposed to be used for, not to police the planet and guard drug fields in Afghanistan. I don't need my troops spending 18 years guarding poppy fields in Afghanistan or, you know, mineral mines and things like that, or protecting the drug trade. Jennifer says, what about saving kids, starving kids here? Yeah. What about things like school lunch debt? These things are things we're coming to change. We're coming to make society more for the people. And this is a revolution. This is a fight. It's just a weird fight, one that you're not prepared for or taught about. We're doing fantastic. There's over 3 million people already volunteering, signed up and dedicated to volunteer and do everything they can to get Bernie elected. I include a link in the description of every Daily Bern to BernieSanders.com. Please go there and see if there's any way that you can help out the campaign by donating or volunteering or anything. Just get a bumper sticker and put that on your car and drive around. People love seeing those. I love seeing those. And that kind of stuff creates excitement, you know, and it's good. So do that. Do stuff like that. Anything you can. Even if you can't do anything like donate or volunteer, if you don't have the time to volunteer, do something. Pick something that you'll do. Whether that's talk to one person every day or share a couple articles every day or anything that you're willing to do, pick it, commit to it, and do it every day. You know, a dream without the work is going to stay a dream forever. But if we put in the work, if we do this and move forward united, we can win. And that's what we talk about here every day because we are winning. We are the front runner. The media would have you believe that Elizabeth Warren is your front runner. Well, that is ridiculous. Before that, they would have you believe Joe Biden was your front runner. Joe Biden couldn't put together a complete sentence without help. He couldn't even remember what president he worked for. Jennifer says, you want to mail me a bumper sticker? I'll mail you a bumper sticker, cousin. I'll get one and mail it to you. Just to know that there's one more bumper sticker driving around out there. Uh, I want the FDR one. They have some cool bumper stickers on Bernie's site, but there's this one and it's round and it's old style. It looks like it would like a FDR type of sticker, and but it's Bernie and it's really cool and it's always sold out. That's the one I want. So I'm gonna go look for that one again today and probably get Jennifer a bumper sticker too and send that out to her. But anything you guys want to talk about before we wrap up today, let me know. But I do have to do a short burn today because I have to work. You know, I got that frustrating and silly job that I have to go to, that we all have to go to finance and eat food and stuff like that and have insurance. But Steve says they sent me a bumper sticker when I donated to Bernie. Yeah, they do. When you donate, they usually send you one. When I signed up for the Burn app, I got one. I gave that one out, but they give the bumper stickers out. The campaign, they have a word for it, but they want the bumper stickers out. That's a particular type of political advertising. And if you think about it, it's actually very effective. I was surprised when I got my bumper sticker how much attention it drew, how many people and how many conversations it started up. It blew me away. But I know I like seeing them. I know I like seeing them when I'm out. I'll see a Bernie sticker and get excited. I like seeing it. So even as a supporter, it helps me. But for someone that's maybe on the fence or doesn't even know about it, because there are people that don't even know about it. The media is doing all they can to hide it from the average person. But that helps them see and helps them become aware. And it's just good to create excitement. But the campaign's doing all they can to get a lot of bumper stickers out. They want to have bumper stickers everywhere. They want to plaster the country with them. But Steve says I took a vacation day. Use them or lose them. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that great? Isn't that great how you'll lose them? They give you part of your benefits is you get 2 weeks or 10 days of vacation. But if you don't use them by a certain date, we're going to take them away. Some places will give you a payout, but not where I work. That's not the way it works where I work. If you don't use them, you lose them. Jennifer says Popeyes doesn't have insurance. I work in fast food myself, and I said insurance. I don't have insurance. I could, I could. It's actually offered through where I work. If I wanted to give up my 75% of my check. You want to talk about fear tactics. You want to talk about extortion. You want to talk about greed. Ignore these commercials and this fear propaganda about what Medicare for All is going to be and ask a fast food worker or a Walmart worker or a low income worker how much insurance would cost them, percentage wise of their check. Just for fun. Just for fun. Don't take my word for it. Just for fun, go ask. Some of these people have 2, 3 jobs. Walmart's the largest employer in this country. The fast food industry is right up there in the top 5. These are the big employers in our country. They're jobs that people look down on people for having, but that's ridiculous. You should never look down on someone that's working and trying to better themselves and benefit society. That's that's ridiculous. That's some of the most ignorant stuff I ever see is people judging. Plus, you never know why someone's working where they work. You know, there's a lot that you don't know. You could just about squeeze what you don't know in the Grand Canyon. And it's a good idea to keep that in mind a lot of times, especially when judging people. Especially when judging people. I don't recommend judging people at all, but it tends to always backfire. But thank you guys for watching. This is the Daily Burn. A lot of times we go a little longer, but today, like I said, I have to leave for work. But I wanted to make sure we got a burn out there. I wanted to make sure that I talked to you guys because, like bathing, motivation needs to be done every day. It doesn't last. So you gotta do it every day. You gotta keep your mind right. And that's the most important thing for us in this fight is keeping our mind right. So stay focused, stay vigilant, and keep fighting. That's the most important thing. I got a lot of most important things, but that's the most important thing, to keep fighting. Just stay out there, keep doing what you're doing. You guys are rock stars. We're gonna win this. Not Bernie, us. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. for another episode of the Daily Burn. Thanks for watching. Keep fighting out there. See you tomorrow.